Welcome back to my channel. I hope to find you all well. Today's video we are doing a book haul. There are a lot of books to get through, so let's get straight into this book haul. I'm really excited to show you what I have got. So this is actually my first book haul on my channel. I've obviously done book hauls before, but it's been on my Bookstagram. It's usually been either stories or reel or IGTV, but obviously I started my BookTube for the reason of moving all my talking videos from my Bookstagram to this. So I have done book hauls before, but this is actually my first book haul on here. Anyway, I have a hell of a lot of books to go through. I have got 62, maybe more, books to show you. I know there's a lot. I would pick them up and show you, but there are so many, and I'm only 4'9". I have very tiny arms. It would be an absolute disaster doing it. So I am going to insert a clip here to show you what books I'm going to be showing you. There is a mixed match of books. There's books that I've been kindly gifted. There's books that I've bought second hand. There's books I've got from a book swap group I'm in. There's books that I've got from publishers and gifted from other publishers and stuff like that for tours and stuff. There are books that I've got from box subscriptions that I'm with. There's books that I've got that were from pre-orders, and there are books that I have just generally bought for myself because I was really struggling. These have all been accumulated since January till now, so it's not like I have had a massive big spending session in just 1 month. I also want to say not all of them, you know, a lot of them were second hand, so it didn't cost me as much as it would usually cost me. And I know I'm on a book buying ban. I keep saying I'm on a book buying ban, but I really was struggling the end of February, the beginning of March. My mental health was really spiraling down. I'm getting sick and tired of shielding. It's been over a year now, guys. I'm just really like getting annoyed with it now. On top of that, my daughter wasn't very well, and then she got rushed into A&E. I'm shielding, so I couldn't go with her, so my nan had to go, and I've just been really struggling with anxiety and worries, and on top of that, mum guilt. So yeah, I bought some books to cheer me up, basically. So I've got them in all like piles of like things, so I'm just going to start with the ones that are really closest to me, which is the books I kindly got gifted by Bookstagrammers and stuff. So I'm going to show you two because they were by the same person. I've got The Queen's Gambit by Walter Tevis and The Girls I've Been by Tess Sharp. Firstly, I will just say this, I'm not going to do synopsis because we'll be here for absolutely ages. I will try and put all of links of all of the books. That's a lie, I'm not going to do it. There's over 60 something books. It's going to take me forever. If you're interested in what the books are about, go on your normal websites that you go to do it, because I'm not going to do synopsis because I'm going to be here forever. But I got these two books kindly given to me for a prize. So if you regularly follow me and watch my videos, you know I did my first group 24-hour readathon, which was called this month's readathon. What none of us knew was that there were actually prizes. So there was a prize for the most person who read the most of that genre, which for February was romance, and then there was a prize for the person who read the most in the 24 hours. So me and another bookstagrammer were joint in the most books that were read in 24 hours, and the people who run it kind of gifted me these 2 books, and this has been on my radar for absolutely ages, so I'm so glad that I finally got it, and it's actually going to be in my April's TBR, so yeah, really excited for that. I also was kindly gifted Enola Holmes, which is the Case of the Missing Marquez by Nancy Springer. I was kindly gifted this by Erin, just because we've been talking a lot about mental health, and she just really kindly wanted to get me something to say thank you. It was lovely. I also got some chocolates and other things with it, but they have obviously gone. I also got Robin Hood. Now, I'm putting this as gifted because I actually gifted this to someone, but I by accidentally clicked my address. So I ended up getting the gifted with the gifted note, but it was from me, to me. So I'm putting it as gifted because it was gifted to someone, and I ended up gifting it to me by accident. But it's Robin Hood, Robert Chalmers, and it's like a, I would say, like crime thriller dystopian sort of Robin Hood, so it's not your typical Robin Hood that you know. Also, I got The Lie Tree by Frances Hardinge. This was for a book exchange sort of present giving. You get paired up by someone with the amount of money that you are willing to pay. So me and this other person, Bonnie, were £15, and so she bought me this plus 2 other books. One was a joint one for me and my daughter, and the other book was like a rare, like not my usual pick. But I'm showing you this one because I can't find the others, to be honest. I've put them somewhere hidden. But I'm really excited to read this. It's been on my wish list for ages, so yeah. I've also got The Glass House by Eve Chase. This was kindly gifted to me in a random act of kindness by Ginny. I don't know much about this, but I've seen a lot of people read it and say it's brilliant, so I'm excited for that. And then lastly, in the gifted ones, it's Marion Keys and it's called Grown Ups. So this was gifted to me, but it was part of like a book swap. So basically they wanted some books that I was swapping, but they didn't have anything that I would be interested in, so she wanted to know whether if she bought something off my wish list, which was like the same price as what postage would be, would I swap. So she kindly bought me this, and so I swapped her the books. And again, don't know much about it, but I have got a couple of books by the author and I have heard brilliant things, so I'm very excited to read this. Then we're going to go on to the lot that is from publishers, for whether it's tours or mostly are tours bar one. So first is Blue Mantle by Karen Langston. This is a dystopian book. It's all to do with music being forbidden, so any type of music, any playing music, any instruments, anything, even singing, anything that includes music is forbidden. And there's like this underground thing, and it's basically these people called Blue Mantle who are trying to fight for freedom again because the world's going kaput. I'm really excited for this. This is for Random Things Tools. So excited to read it, which will be for April. I've also got Crowned Worthy by L.G. Jenkins. This is for Love Book Tours. I know I keep saying that I finished with the tour, but I saw this and was like, oh my god, I need to read it. The video trailer for this book was fantastic, and it's another dystopian book, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm here for dystopian. They are one of my Achilles heels genre. I don't read much of it, purely because I get extremely obsessive and start googling to see whether these type of things could happen or are they happening now. So I love the genre, but I don't read much of it because, like I said, I get so obsessed over it. But this is sort of it's a book series, it's dystopian, and it's all about sort of demonstrations that come on. It's all about technology, and the technology chooses whether you're crowned worthy or unworthy and all of this stuff. It sounds really good. The synopsis is very vague, but it sounds very good. I've also got this, We Go On Forever by Sarah Govett. It's a dystopian novel again. You can see the theme at the moment, but I am not going to fully lie. I saw the cover, I really liked the cover, so I got it. That's for Random Things Tours. Don't really know what it's about, but I think this is for May. I think this tour's for May, so I won't be reading it straight away. I've also got Dark Matter by Rick Gagowski. I think I said that out. This is a crime thriller, possibly. I think it's a crime thriller, also a bit about love. I'm not 100% sure, but I absolutely loved the cover. So I was like, I want to read it just because of the cover. Again, that's with Random Things Tours, and that's for April. Also got The Dare by Leslie Carra. This was Random Things Tours again, and it was for this month's TBR, so I've actually already read it. I love Leslie Carra. I've read quite a few of her books and absolutely loved it, and she's one of those authors that you can never tell who done it, and I felt exactly the same with this. I wasn't overly sure who done it, and I was surprised once again by it, but I really enjoyed this book. However, it wasn't as brilliant as some of the other books I've read, which were for me like 5 stars. This for me was like a 4.5. So it was good, but I found her other work was a lot better than this. But either way, I'm so glad that I got a new release of a book, because I do really like the author. Also, we've got Repentance by Louise Diaz. This is a crime thriller mystery, and it's not my usual go-to book, if I'm going to be honest. And I'm a little bit apprehensive in whether I'm going to enjoy it or not. Like, it does sound good, but it's just sort of, it's about stuff that I know nothing about. So it's in 2 different timelines. So it's Buenos Aires in 1981. So basically Argentina's in a military dictatorship, and the inspector is forced to sort of find out about all these missing people and stuff, and it's all to do with politics. And then it's also 20 years later timeline where he's gone back to the place he used to be because he's needed for another investigation. It does sound good. Like I said, there's 2 different time lapses which sometimes work really well for me, other times I do get confused. It'll be interesting to see how well it is to know whether it makes sense to me, whether I get too confused. And it is sort of different to what I would normally read, but I am here for trying new things, because you never know, that might be my new favourite. And lastly, we've got Animal by Lisa Taddeo. This is an ARC. I was kindly gifted this by Bloomsbury Publishing. I took part in Bloomsbury Night In, which was in February, I think, and a few of us were selected to have these big massive bundles where we managed to get, I think, about 4 or 5 arcs at the books they were mentioning. And because I took part in it and was involved in the chats and the lives and everything like that, actually Bloomsbury Publishing themselves gifted me and everyone else who took part a book, and so they gifted me Animal, which I'm so glad about, because this is the arc that I didn't receive, and this is the book that I've been really wanting to read, and I am so excited for it. It's not out until June 2021, so I think I might start reading this in May, just so then I can get, people to say get it. But I have Free Women by her that I have yet to read, but this is actually a fictional book, so I'm really excited to see how that is. So that's the books for tours. The next lot is books that I have got from second hand, which is mainly Depop, or a book swap group. So the book swap group that I'm in is Best Book Swap, which is on Facebook. I will put all the details in my description box like I always do. And basically the group is, you put your things that you want to swap, but there are times where some people put it to say you just pay postage. I ideally like to do swaps, because it's nice to just swap get rid of the books that I no longer want and get gain a book that I really do want to go on my shelves. Most of these have been swaps, a couple I bought for postage, but yeah, there is a lot of them, so I'm just going to breeze through them. So I'm going to show you, I will tell you which ones are swaps and which ones I got second hand from Depop. So firstly, we've got Chain of Gold, The Last Hours, which is book 1 by Cassandra Clare. I got this from Depop. This was a bargain, guys. This was an absolute bargain. It was a £5, and it hasn't been read. It was a £5. Bargain. But this has been my most anticipated read for 2021 with the Chain of Iron. So I'm so glad I got it, and I've got the edition where it's got the pretty pictures of the characters. So yes, we've got that. I got from the book swap Carnival. I actually paid postage for this because I didn't have anything to swap. This is a like cult classic thriller, crime thriller, but I'm not gonna lie, don't know much about it, just really loved the cover, so I was like going it. So that was only postage, which was $3.20. I got the Iron Trial by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. I absolutely love these two authors, so I didn't realise they had a joint book that they wrote, so I was like, I'm here for it. And it's actually a series, which I did see the other 2 books, but I thought I would try this out first. If I really like it, then I might get the other 2 books if it's still for sale on Depop. Got this from Depop. This was an absolute steal too. It was £2 plus £2 postage. £4. £4 for that. Bargain. I love my bargains. I also got Tina Carver's book, The Creeper, which I got on the book swap, and I got this plus 3 others, which I'm going to show you in a second because they were all by the same person. I just paid £3.20 for postage, so I got this by the same person. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I've seen so many people go on about this book, and I must admit I'm shocked that I haven't read it. I got, what was it else from her? I can't know. Oh yeah, Apple Tree Yard by Louise Dougherty. I obviously watched the TV adaptation, but I was interested in the book. And then I also got Rebel Rose and The Queen's Counsel, which is the by Emma Ferrault, which I was planning to read for my 24-hour readathon this weekend, which is retellings. I keep changing my mind, so whether I'm going to read it for that or not, I don't know, but I got it anyway. So that was from the same person, which was £3.20. These ones that I'm going to show you, is it just them or have I got it? Yes, it is just them. Yes, it is, sorry. So I also am in another Facebook group, and it's called Ella's Garage Sale. I can't remember, I will put it all down. Basically, she sells all these second-hand books from her garage, but she also does it online too, and it's usually about 50p or £1 for a book plus postage. So I did get 4 books from her, but the other book that I got, when I actually got it, I thought, actually, do you know what, it wasn't what I thought it was about, and it was a bit too young for my liking, so I'm going to give it away back to charity. But I got Fake by Donna Kuna, which is like a YA like school thing. It's a story about identity, revenge and lies and truth, and all about like online and how to be fake online. It's a YA book, but it was contemporary, and I just thought it would be a nice easy read. And I've got Follow Me Back by Nikki Cloak, which I think I have read a couple of her books from the library, but I'm not sure. This is a book that's Do You Really Know Who You're Talking To? Again, it's about being online, and it's a YA thriller. It's a contemporary YA thriller, but it's also about online and are they who they're meant to be and all that. So I was really intrigued by that. I quite like YA. I do like YA books because they're very easy to read. And then I'll Tell You I Love You, But Then I Have to Kill You by Ali Carter, which is a series, but I thought I would just see what the first book's about. Again, this is like a YA thriller, but with in a school of spies. But again, it's YA. I thought it would be an easy read and it sounded quite good. So, and the fact that it didn't cost me that much for these secondhand books, I was like, yeah, why not? I also got Cinder, which I swapped on the swap group site. This is the first. This is part of the Lunar Chronicles. I'm not sure whether this is the first book in the Lunar Chronicles or not. I'm not 100% sure, but this is by Marissa Mayer. It's basically Cinderella, but a retelling. And I think Cinderella is a cyborg. I think I might actually read this for the 24-hour readathon, which is retellings, because I've really wanted to read this and it sounds pretty interesting, so I might read it for my 24-hour readathon. I got this in the book spot, right? So I did it as a swap. So this is free. It's brand new, guys. It's not been read. It's absolutely a steal, the fact that I got this free because I swapped it with a book that they wanted off my pile. I also got Concrete Rose by Angie Thomas. Love, love, love Angie Thomas. I read The Hate You Give, absolutely bawled my eyes out over the book, and it was one of the first books that really made me understand more about the BAME community and basically the shit they go through. I watched the movie as well because I was curious what The Hate You Give movie was like, and bored even more in the movie because the ending bit, Christ, I was like, oh my god. So I actually have On the Come Up by Angie Thomas, which I have yet to read, but I really, really want to. And I saw someone on a group chat was in getting rid of it, so I actually got this just for postage, and I'm so excited for it. It's not been read, and it's blue sprayed edges. So I'm really keen to read this because this is, it's sort of, it doesn't follow on from The Hate You Give, but it's by, but it's about her dad and why he was in the gang and why he's like where he is now and all that. So it's interesting to actually hear his side of the story of things. So yeah, I really want to read this as soon as possible. Then I have got this set. So I got these 3 books, which is The Young Elites, The Rose Society and The Midnight Star by Marie Lu. And I have heard brilliant things about this author. I've heard brilliant things about this series. I got this on Depop for £10 for all 3 books. And as well as these 3 books, the person who sold them to me gave me a beautiful note, and she gave me some tabs for the books, which I was so happy about because I'm actually slowly running out of my last packet. So I was like, oh my god. So, like, I do tab in books, especially the ones that I'm like really, really, really know I'm going to tab. So I was like really happy just by the attention to detail of it. So I got these 3 books. I'm really excited to read them. When will I read them? I don't know, but I will eventually. I also got these 2 books, which are graphic novels. I'm going to be honest, I don't own very many graphic novels. I own Heartstopper Volume 1, and I read that for a 24-hour readathon, the romance one that I did, and if you watched that video, you knew how much I absolutely loved that book. And I then decided I really like graphic novels. So I really want to get Heartstoppers Volume 2 free and pre-order the new one. However, it's a lot of money, but I also didn't want to get it second hand. I will get it eventually, but a friend on a WhatsApp group I'm not in anymore because it was a book club group. She was getting rid of 2 graphic novels. Not gonna lie, I didn't even know what they were about. I was just like, I really want them. So the first one is Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me by Rosemary Valero O'Connell and Mikiro Tamika. I hope I said that right. This is a queer book. It's about 2 girls, and the illustrations are like black, pink and white and grey. I just love it. I don't really know much about it, but it was beautiful. It looks beautiful, and I think it's going to be a book that I'm just going to thoroughly enjoy. And I have started to get really into the LGBTQI books. I just like, as much as I'm not a romance lover, I'm starting to become a romance lover because I find the queer books just absolutely beautiful. It just makes me smile, and I'm just like, yes, you know, I'm here for it. So I got that, and I also got from her Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell, and it's also by Faith Erin Hicks. So I do own 2 Rainbow Rowell books, Fangirl and Eleanor and Park, I think. So this is also a book, if I'm correct, but I was quite happy to have the graphic novel. Again, don't really know much about it, but absolutely love the illustrations, and I'm really enjoying graphic novels, so I thought I'm going to slowly get some more. I've got a massive big wish list on my Amazon with all the graphic novels that I've seen that I'm really interested in doing. I've also got on Oxfam charity shop that you can do online. I've actually put a couple of graphic novels on my wish list on there, and I've also put loads on my wish list on Depop that I've seen that are graphic novels. So at some point when I am no longer skint and I've read quite a few books to, you know, empty the shelves to get more books, I will buy some more graphic novels. Next we've got Dolly Elderton Ghosts. Again, I was very lucky. I got to swap lists in the swap group, so I actually asked the person who I have done plenty of swaps with before whether she'll be happy if I bought her something off a wish list to get this, because this has been on my radar and on my wish list for ages. So she was happy, fine for it, so I got her a book that was I got her another hardback book actually, just to make it fair. And so I got Ghosts. I'm really excited for this, and I will eventually go and get it to it. Then we've got Betty by Tiffany McDaniel. Again, I got this from Swap, but I don't know whether I actually swapped or whether I paid postage or if again I did it as a wish list. Either way, I got it. I'm really excited for it. I've heard absolutely amazing things about this book, and on top of that it is also signed, so win-win. And lastly, just to show you quickly, we've got from another like selling book site, which I can't for the life of me remember what it's called, but this lady was selling these 2 hardbacks for £12. That was including postage, and I thought I really want to read these eventually. I know my mum would probably be interested in reading these too, and I thought they would be also good, like having the books but also reading and then listening over an audiobook, because they are massive. So I've got Barack Obama and Michelle Obama's books, so it's Promised Land and Becoming. Heard brilliant things about both books, so eventually I will read them, but they are humongous books, which probably would take me a whole month to read, but I've got them. I know my mum will read them as well, so it was for both of us. And lastly, I've got Christina Delcher's Q, which is a dystopian book. I read Vox, absolutely loved it. It was a bizarre book, but I absolutely loved it, and a friend was getting rid of this, and so I got this for free because she said she would rather it go to someone who really wanted to read it than taking it to charity. So I've got it. I'm really excited to read this because this is, if I remember rightly, about children being perfect, and if they are under a certain IQ thing, they're not, or I can't remember, but it sounds good. And lastly, these are the books that I've either got from book subscriptions, I've either bought, or they have been pre-orders that have come. So firstly is Chain of Iron by Cassandra Clare, which is book 2. So I wanted the one, I wanted the one that had the illustrations in it, which I cannot find now. Hang on, where are you? Where are you? Come to mama. Come to mama. This is going to really annoy me now. Oh, I saw you. I saw you. Where is it? So they've got all the characters. I got a page of the illustrations. So this one's Matthew Fairchild. So again, this was my most anticipated read. So I will, I think, do a month where I read book 1 and book 2. Just those 2 books because they are big. But yeah, I got it. I'm really excited for it. And yeah. Oh my god, that's going to fall. I'm going to have to start another pile. Also, I've got Path of Needles by Alison Littlewood. This is what I got from my independent bookstore, Books on the Hill. The owner, Alistair, actually showed me this book and said that it is quite expensive, but it's worth it. But I couldn't afford it because I did have a gift card and I already done the gift card. So in the end, because I had £10 off, I was like, I really, really want to get this because it was just brilliant. It sounded good. So it looks like that. If I take the dust sheet off, it looks exactly the same without. And on top of that, it has got beautiful artwork inside. It's like that, and then it's similar to the other side, like so. And on top of that, it is signed. And this is a special signed edition. It's a limited edition. It's limited to 200 copies, and I'm copy 96. So I ended up getting this for £20 because I had £10 off. It is a lot of money for a book, to be honest, and it's not a long book, but it sounds amazing, and I trust Alistair's recommendations. A lot of books that I bought from there, he's recommended to me, and one of the books that I did read that he recommended was amazing, so I trust him. This is a crime thriller retelling of Snow White, and I'm actually going to read this for my 24-hour readathon for retellings this weekend because I've been eyeing this up for ages and I really, really want to read it. So I was like, well, this is perfect for it. But I just love this edition. This is an edition that is just going to be kept and like just shown because it's gorgeous. Also, I got The House in the Carolean Sea by T.J. Cloon. Self-explanatory, just really wanted to read it, and I am currently reading it, so it's very good. Also, I've got Amari and the Night Brothers. I pre-ordered this and got it, and this is obviously a middle grade book, but it sounds amazing, and let's just appreciate that you can't really see, there we are, it's shiny. When you take the dust jacket off, it looks like this, and it's got little speckles on it, and again it's a rainbow hologram, I don't know what it is, and you probably can't see, there we are, you can see it in the light, it's got silver sprayed edges. This was a steal. It was like £10 for a hardback, which, you know, most hardbacks are quite expensive. And the fact that it's just got sprayed edges that are beautiful, and it's just beautiful on the inside, I was like, yes, really excited to read that at some point. It is my most anticipated read. I've also finally got Cloak Shadows by Melissa Hawkes. I pre-ordered this, I think December, January, and if you sent a screenshot of your pre-order, the author herself would send you some little goodies to go alongside the book. So I did that, and so she sent me a card, and on the other side it is the map of the book. She gave me a letter which was beautiful, and also an art print of one of the classes, unlike one of the like creepy things. And also we got a bookmark like that, which was the design of the thing, and we also got a signed plate put in the book. So this took longer to get to me than expected. It kept saying it was going to come, blah blah blah, then blah blah blah, and it never came, and then finally it came, and I was very, very, very excited. She's also just got out the second book of this series, and again she said if you screenshot your pre-orders, she will do like what she's done with this book. So I've done that, and that comes out the middle of this year. I can't remember now, but yeah, I'm so glad it finally came because I was getting very annoyed waiting when other places had already got it. Next we've got Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hodge. There's a reason why I bought this. I'm not going to tell you because it's going to be a vlog, and I will explain more about it when it comes to that particular moment, but I got this for a certain thing It sounds really good. Again, Liss Reign of Shadows by Sophie Jordan is for this secret vlog thing. Again, I will explain why when it's close to the time. You also got The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. This has been talked about everywhere on BookTube, on Bookstagram. It has been a very hyped book, and I thought, right, I'm usually, if I buy a first book, I will buy the whole series, but I thought I would buy the first book and see how I go, because it is sort of, it's sort of something that I don't know anything about, and so I'm a little bit worried that it will take me a while to get used to it and understand things. So I thought I'll buy the first book. If, which I probably will, love this book, then I'll get the rest of the series. But really, really excited that I finally own it. Another book that has been hyped on BookTube is Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. This is book 1 of the Farseer trilogy. Not gonna lie, don't know much about it, but everyone's been talking about it and saying how brilliant this author is, so I thought, do you know what, I'm going to buy it. And guess what, it was an absolute steal at £2.69 on Amazon. Don't know whether it still is, but someone shared it on Bookstagram story, and I was like, I'm getting it, so got it. Next, we've got A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth. This is for a book club, Phase and Gaze. I am actually currently reading this. I am on chapter 20, page 298, loving it. And it is fantasy, but also LGBTQI stuff in here. And the author as well is the pronoun they, them. So I like the fact that this is probably something really personal to them too. But yeah, I'm currently reading this and I'm really loving it. Got Crimson Bound, which I bought for the 24-hour retelling, but again, I am not sure where I'm actually going to end up reading. I think I might not. We'll see. Not sure, because I haven't decided. to keep changing my mind. The only one I'm definitely going to read is Path of Needles, so I'm not just going to read one for 24 hours, because that would take me like probably a couple of hours. Anyway, we got Midnight Library, Matt Haig. I was supposed to meant to read it for this month's TBR, but I haven't got round to it, and I'm not going to have time to get round to it. It is short. I'm a little bit worried about this book though, because it's mixed. A lot of people like it, a lot of people don't. And I read my first ever Matt Haig book, which was The Radleys. Absolutely hated it, so I DNF'd it. So I'm worried I'm not going to like this book. But we'll see. Some people love it, some people don't. I will read it at some point and make that decision, but it's not going to be this month's TBR because I have not got the time. But I got this again from my independent bookstore. It was a steal. We got The Henna Wars by Adiba Jargada. I probably said that completely wrong. I'm so sorry. This again was for a book club. I did start reading it. I got to page 25 and it was like it was a book club book, but a lot of people doing a buddy read for it as well, but I didn't get to finish it, and I'm probably not going to have time to finish it, but it's fine, we'll get there eventually. Also got The Left-Handed Booksellers of London by Garth Nix. I cannot for the life of me remember which booktuber was talking about this book. I can't remember at all, but I saw them talking about this book, thought, oh my god, this sounds brilliant, and it was it's like a alternate London 1983, and it was sort of like a different take to Merlin. It sounds brilliant. I trust the booktuber of what she said. I need to quickly get all of the other books closer to me because I can't reach them. Next, Legendborn. I bought this, I think I probably bought this in December actually, by Tracy Dion. Heard brilliant things about it. A lot of people have said this is actually a retelling as well, which I was thinking about putting in my retelling one. I've got options for this retelling 24-hour readathon, but I got it. I've heard great things about it. When will I read it? I do not know, but I'll get there eventually. Then I got these two books. Oh, hang on. All Our Hidden Gifts by Carolyn O'Donoghue and We Played with Fire by Catherine Barter. These were for the subscription Book Box Club, if I'm correct. These are the two books that I got in there, which I think are YA. I'm really excited for them. I absolutely love this cover because it's a tarot card and it's about tarot cards and the cover's a tarot card. I love it. It looks beautiful. We have got Adam Sevira's new book, Infinity Reaper. I read the first book in the series and absolutely loved it. So I pre-ordered for the second book and it came and I cannot wait to read it. I really wanted to read it for my April's TBR, but I have so many books to read. I do not think I'm going to have time to read this, so I might bump it to the May one, but I really want to know what happens because it left it on a cliffhanger. We've also got Black Wings Beating by Alex London. This is April's book club pick for Fays and Gay, so I bought it to obviously read for it, and I like the fact that there are black pages. It just looks really cool. It screams out my goth part of me. Then I got Jade City by Fonda. Again, this is another book that I've seen all around BookTube and Bookstagram, so I was like, right, this sounds really good, I'm gonna get it. When will I read it? I have no idea. Then I got my most anticipated reads of 2021, and I was going to wait and get the Fairy Loot editions, but I'm going to be totally honest, I wasn't keen on the Fairy Loot editions. I actually prefer these editions, so I haven't bothered. I have got From Blood and Ash and Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by Jennifer Lyle Armentrout. I am so excited to read these. So excited. I've heard nothing but good things. When am I going to read them though, guys? I wanted to read them for this month, but again, they're big books. I was thinking about April, but I have too many books. I was thinking about doing it for my secret vlog, but I then realised that it wasn't going to work for that secret vlog. I will eventually read these. I will. I want to eventually read these because they have been on my radar and I wanted to read them for so long. When, I don't know, I have so many books in my TBR, it's ridiculous. And this is really ridiculous because I have literally got all these books here and I'm going to be stuck getting out. I've also got The Optimumi by Trevor Allen Forrest. This is the Frostbite Files. Beautiful book. It came in this fantastic box with all of these beautiful things with it. There is a letter with the clogged little stamp on there. We have got a pronouncer's little leaflet, so it tells you all of how to pronounce the names and also the definitions of certain words in there. And I just want to show you what it looks like inside. It's just beautiful. You've got obviously your black sprayed edges. It is probably the most beautiful book I ever own. Next, A Call to Silver Flames, which was a pre-order. I've already read it, as you can see. Absolutely loved it. It's Nessa's story. Love Sarah J Maas. Love this book. It's my favourite book of this year. And the last two books are from Fairy Loot. Got Law, which was January's Fairy Loot. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the art inside is, I can't bother to show you. I've done a video so you would know what it looks like. But I got that from a Fairy Loot edition. And then for February, I got this Golden Flame by Emily Victoria. Again, sprayed edges, got beautiful artwork on it. That is my book haul. There's loads of books, over 60 books. But yeah, I'm officially on a book buying ban because I have so many books. I have to sort out my bookshelves and do a massive big book unhaul to fit these books in. I am no longer buying any more books apart from the pre-orders that I've pre-ordered because I need to seriously get on reading. But yeah, that's my book haul. Let me know if you've read any of these books or if you want to know a bit more about certain books, drop them in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, that would be brilliant. And I shall see you I will see you again soon. Take care everyone, goodbye.